Greetings everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm coming to you from Escondido, California to go to the Safari Wildlife Park that's in association with San Diego Zoo. Let's get to it. Let's roll that intro. Right as you walk into the safari park, you see that they have some Indiana Jones Adventure, Temple of the Forbidden Eye theming. I'm just kidding. But look at this. This is gorgeous. Is anybody else getting Animal Kingdom vibes? Am I the only one getting Animal Kingdom vibes? I might be wearing a Kilimanjaro safari shirt today in honor of my love of the animals. Oh, this is beautiful. Here is an overview of the map of the park here. Looks kind of similar to how San Diego Zoo has it. Again, they are in conjunction, so this is just the safari park, not the zoo, but it's San Diego Zoo Safari Park. I know it sounds a little confusing. It's a distance away from the zoo, but we have some things that you're probably gonna see here today that you saw if you did watch the San Diego Zoo video. However, we have some other special things here. Like, we're talking platypus, we're talking rhinoceros, baby. I love it. But also some favorites like the gorillas, the lions. I've even heard tell of tigers. So cool. I really do love the theming here. We've got like the thatched roofs. They're so nice. And also in the distance there you can see there's a balloon over there. You can go up high in the sky and look over everything. They even have a zip line here over some of the exhibits, which is kind of cool, but also like kind of freaky. I don't know. And it even gets a little bizarre over here. That's why they call it the kids shop. My pals who invited me to the San Diego Zoo have also invited me over to the safari park, so big shout out to them. Thank you guys so much for bringing me here today. And we are actually gonna start off our day with going on a safari ourselves, like an actual tour. I love the tours. I love the tours. So cool. If I lived around here, guys, I'd be coming here all the time. It'd be a problem. We're stopping in the bazaar first, like I was joking about. But actually, my mom has one of these back home. And in one of her books, this is a character in one of her books, shameless plug to a bear named Howard. I will try to link that. My mom is an author. I keep bringing it up because I'm just so darn proud of her. She's so cool, Mom. I love you. You're the best. Look at all the plushies. Look at little narwhal action. They even have some dinosaurs and penguins and stuff. Oh, is that a llama? 2 for $45. Oh, some of them are 2 for $35. Okay, interesting. Yeah, they're really cute though. And I'm guessing, like San Diego Zoo, all of this is gonna go back to the animals, which is really cool. Money-wise, that is. These mugs are pretty cool just in general. However, on the back side, they have information about the animals that are adorning them. I like this. Like, a tiger's night vision is 6 times better than that of a human's. My goodness. That's pretty cool. Oh my gosh. And a rhino can charge up to 40 miles per hour. My goodness, I have a hard time going 4 miles per hour. So we're over here now at the safari check-in. You're supposed to check in right at the time with your whole party present. So we're going 10:15. And here's our noble steed. Yes. And again, for people who've seen my videos covering Animal Kingdom, this is gonna look a little bit familiar to you. It's gonna look a little bit like that Kilimanjaro safaris, kind of in a way. A little more rustic though. And to be honest, I kinda dig it. Also right next door to the check-in, they have this little waiting area, which is covered. It's so nice because apparently if you come out here on days when it isn't partly cloudy, because for some reason I came out here and it's cloudy. I don't know. It's kind of impressive, honestly. But apparently it gets up to like 105 degrees or something crazy like that. So you got it made in the shade. Oh, I can't wait for this. I love it so much. And again, I'll keep bringing this up, but clearly this must have been one of the inspirations for Animal Kingdom. And I haven't seen the animals yet to the full extent that we normally have in the other videos, but I can see why already. I could totally see why.
Please notice all of the construction going on. It is actually for the elephants. Right here, this is the service road. We're not supposed to stop because of all of the stuff going on. But if you look out in there, you can see some elephants off in the distance.
Way in the
when
back.
we come back, they're
We'll come
going to
back,
be on
I'll
the
see 'em.
passenger side. So you'll get a chance to see them on our way back too.
It's really cool. They're doing a lot of work out here. Got Frank over there
And Monroe.
and Monroe over here.
These are 2 bachelors, our 2 bachelor buddies. This is their bachelor pad.
Cool.
They're part of the big troop. The big troop is over by Mombasa Lagoon. That's where the old man is. His name's Winston. Winston is 51 years old. Monroe over there, Monroe is actually Winston's son. So 11 years old, gray hair is starting to come in, starting to get attractive to the ladies. So we had to move them out.
Cool, a white rhino.
This property, 1972, we opened up to the public. The idea was breeding center. We want to breed animals here in sunny San Diego instead of taking animals from the wild. So as a conservation idea, it's a great idea. And if you look way out into the distance, all the way against the wall, there is a rock, a little bitty rock moving its ears. A little rock moving its ears.
Oh, yeah.
It's all the way in the back by the wall. There's 2 big rhinos. And then there's a tree surrounded by rocks, and then behind those rocks you see a little rock wiggling its ears. That is Neville. He is 7 months old. Actually, I think he just turned 8 months. He might be 8 months old. On the ground. Little one laying down on the ground. You start to see because he looks like a boulder. That's why I keep calling him a rock, and he is laying down.
So cute.
It's a hard thing to play. All right, everybody, hold on tight. We'll actually do a loop. We'll see if we can
cool. So
maybe find a better spot to see him.
White rhino, not white with the name because of the color, but because of the German word weit, wide. Their mouths are wide.
So
More white rhinos.
So, right here, on the passenger side closest to us, that's Jay Gregory. That is our big stud. That's our big male.
Look at him.
Now, because the ladies over there in Kenya, first of all, they're northern white rhinos. These are southern white rhinos. So we don't want to mix them. We're not trying to create a central rhino or a different type of rhino. So to bring back a functionally extinct species, this is what we're going to have to do at the Rhino Rescue Center. We're going to have to use the southern white rhinos as a surrogate mother for the northern white rhinos. We're going to have to create an embryo in our lab. We actually have a frozen zoo. In our frozen zoo, we have genetic material from about 1,200 different animals, including northern white rhinos. So we can use stem cell technology, and we can take skin cells, and we can actually create the cells necessary to create an embryo. We make an embryo, we just cloned a northern white rhino. Now, when we have a northern white rhino embryo, we're going to need a host. We're going to need a mom. We're going to need a surrogate mother. And that's where these southern white rhinos at the Rhino Rescue Center come in.
Here on the savannah now.
Kura, she's the smallest. Guan, she's the darkest. They're pretty easy to stand out. Others, you really got to look at their patterns. This one right here is Zinzi. Zinzi's got the heart, or she's got the lightning bolts, but her lightning bolts kind of remind me of a heartbeat. Heartbeat pattern right there on her side. He's also got a Canadian maple leaf on there somewhere. Mostly he just stands out because of how dark he is.
Yeah, he's cool.
I mean, he's dark, right?
Yeah.
If I gave you a bucket of crayons and I was like, hey, let's color some giraffe. Are these the colors you would choose to color your giraffe in?
So
What colors would you draw or color a giraffe? Like, if I said, here's some crayons, let's draw a giraffe. What color should a giraffe be?
Orange.
Orange? That's a good answer. So Guan here, this is his favorite lady. That is Jasira. Now, if you look at her belly, right there on the side of her belly, she's got a 6-pointed star. She's got a little asterisk mark right there on the center of her belly. So you get to notice these marks. She's got an asterisk, Mara's got a lightning belt, Zinzi's got a heartbeat. You start to recognize these patterns. Every giraffe has a unique pattern, like we have unique fingerprints. Now, the reason I really point all this out is because we are in the middle of a project trying to create an algorithm that can recognize giraffe. Not just recognize a giraffe, but I want a giraffe recognition program that I can scan a photo of Jasira, and then that computer sees that little asterisk mark, and it's like, oh, that's Jasira. Jasira and Guan had a baby named Kura. Now all of a sudden, I'm doing entire family lines using nothing more than a photo. Now this project is called Wild Watch Kenya, and if you want to Google it up for me, Wild Watch Kenya. It is a research project that everyone is free to participate in. It's free to join, doesn't cost any money. You can do it on the comforts of your couch from your cell phones at home. Wild Watch Kenya. Thanks, Andrew. You guys can stand up in truck search, by the way. That's okay. If you want to stand up, buddy, if you want to hold on right here, you can stand up. I'll let you and tell us more about who they are. Now, I said in real time we're filtering out photos. So what have we discovered in real time? We have discovered micro-migrations. When you filter out a photo, every photo is attached to a tree. Every tree is on a map. We can now map the movements of the giraffe with nothing more than these photos attached to these cameras. Now, with these micro-migrations, we're noticing patterns. We're noticing that these routes have been blocked. Here, I kind of want to talk more about this micro-migration, but I got a couple of things going on. We are surrounded by the eland, which are super cool. I'll talk about them in a second. But continuing with the giraffe, Gawan is over there on this coral tree. This is a South African coral tree. He wants those flowers so bad. You might get a chance to see that tongue. Oh, he's looking at it. He's trying to find the right spot. He's even going to use the rock. He's been going after the tree. See that flat line? Yeah, he's gotten pretty much every flower he can. In fact, if you start looking at the trees all around the park, look at the trees directly in front of us. See that flat line? That flat line on the bottom of the tree is just as horizontal as the road. That's how tall Gawan is. Here, if he shows off his tongue, we call it the rule of tongue. There's 1 inch of tongue for every foot of giraffe. So if he is 18 feet tall, that means his tongue is 18 inches.
Whoa.
Well, while you're watching him, we are surrounded by the eland. The Patterson eland from Wildwatch Kenya. It's already done some great things. I said we've already discovered some micro-migrations. We've already discovered that these micro-migrations have been blocked. They've been blocked by things like roads and power lines. People are paving roads and putting up power lines in places that they didn't have maybe 20 years ago. Things have changed pretty drastically for the giraffe over the last 20 years. We have actually lost about 40% of the giraffe population in less than a 15-year span. In 15 years, almost half of the species disappeared, and it happened so fast that most people haven't had a chance to hear about it yet. It's still happening right now. Because most people haven't heard about it, and it's happening fast, we are actually calling it the silent extinction. Bald eagles and condors over the pesticides.
Never got this close to a giraffe.
Butterflies, it was a week.
It's crazy.
Now the giraffe, we're not actually sure what it is. So with Wildwatch Kenya, we've noticed that migration patterns have been broken. So we're calling this habitat fragmentation. It's not necessarily habitat loss. You just paved a road down the middle of the habitat and you broke it into different fragments. So now giraffe on this side of the savanna can't get over to that side of the savanna because you put roads and power lines through. Now they did it in a hurry. They put these roads and these power lines up so fast that they didn't really take wildlife into consideration. So there are miles long stretches of roads where the power lines only go 6, maybe 10 feet up off the ground. If you're looking at a big long stretch where the power lines, if you guys want to get up and go over to that side, let me get out of your way. If you got miles long stretch where the power lines only go 6 feet off the ground, that is a fence for the giraffe. The giraffe aren't going to be able to cross that line. And it's not just the giraffe, the gorillas, the okapis, any animal that lives in the Congo, you are all directly related to the industry of the cell phone and the touch screen. This we call a resting buffalo face. This is the Cape buffalo. Look, even the little ones are giving it to you. Now, believe it or not, this is their happy face. They are actually not worried about it. They're still laying down. Now, if they were really bothered, they would stand up. They would give us the side lateral display, showing us just how big and tough they are. They'd shake their horns and maybe kind of grunt at us. Hey, go get something. But they're just laying there.
So
they're not really bothered. But that mean mug, that is their #1 tool to survive.
Grevy zebra.
For the zebra, our allies, we have an ally called the Grevy Zebra Trust. Grevy Zebra Trust, they're focusing all their attention on Grevy Zebra and Grevy Zebra only. Now, the thing the Grevy Zebra need the most, space. Remember I talked about food, water, shelter, and space? Well, the Grevy Zebra, their space is being encroached upon at such a rate, they're losing all their space. And they're having a hard time of it. So, one of my favorite things about the Grevy Zebra Trust, instead of being government-led, it's not a government organization, it's a community-led organization. That phone right there of yours, use that touchscreen, Google up sustainable shopping,
so cool.
And here, watch the passenger side, watch our heads and fingers for that. There's lots of great ways that you can go be better shoppers, and it's amazing how much you can save wildlife.
Cutting through the garage here.
Kinda cool, actually. It's going to be high in fat content because you got to help the baby grow. And then as the baby grows, instead of a fat content, it turns more into muscle.
That's cool.
mass. So
we are now done with the tour. It's fantastic. Great job, Jason. You were great. and to Andrew for driving. Now we're heading up on the tiger trail. I don't know if you guys heard about this while the tour was going, but apparently we've lost about 40% of the giraffe population. I'm going to try to leave some links down below if you guys are interested in looking into how you could support potentially, but one of the best ways is to support this place. But yeah, I just thought that was crazy. Now we're going to go see some tigers because tigers are awesome. The presentation here is insane. Oh my gosh, look at this. We're going into a bamboo forest. Oh, here we are, going to see some tigers, but I just wanted to appreciate this for a second. Look at this, a bit of theming, a little bit of music. I love it. And just like that, there's a tiger. I love tigers. I really do. And as I keep saying, yes, I'm a dog guy. But the big cats, oh yeah. Look at that thing. That's incredible. That right there is what we like to call an apex predator. I believe. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure where they are. They are at the top of the food chain. Seems like it's got a little bit of a cut right above its right eye or right to the side of its right eye, but it's so cool. Just look at that thing, it's so cool. Those eyes. And it's just chill. One of the reasons we can have creatures like this here is because they're so well taken care of, so well fed. Because I'll tell you this right now, that fence looks pretty good and it goes up pretty high. But if that was a hungry tiger, I don't know. You would need to have it maybe in a different situation. Oh my gosh, look at, hello friend. You're amazing. Look at you, so cool. Oh my gosh, oh, did you guys see that? And right across the little road here, as it were, a little walkway, here's the female. That was the male tiger. And she's just taking a little cat nap. She's just snoozing away the day. Oh, she's so pretty. Here comes our friend once again. Hello, friendo. Oh. Yeah, kind of looks like he's got stuff on both sides of his face. I wonder what happened. Just, like, look at that, though. See how he blends in with his surroundings through the bamboo like that? That is the last thing many creatures have ever seen, is maybe stripes moving. It's just so crazy. So this guy, we've been seeing him all day. This is Dumai. He's 10 years young and he's here to stud. Yes, he is a very, very cool looking guy. Apparently 280 pounds. And hopefully they're gonna get some tiger cubs out of him. But yeah, so the owies, as they were, the kind of things on the sides. Apparently it was like a plastic cage where he was at before. And now he's here with like the metal cages, so he's rubbing against the sides. And, well, that's not so good for him. But yeah, he's so cool. And as one of the volunteers or workers was telling us here, his name is Bob. He's telling us that everybody thinks that, you know, right now he's looking at them, like Dumai's looking at them. He's actually looking across the way towards the female over there. He's looking over at her. So, yeah, that apparently also of the 5 subspecies of tigers, I was also told that the Sumatran tiger, which Dumai is, actually the smallest. But yeah, tigers, they're still so cool. I was commenting to my friend who I'm here with, they have such nice little attention to detail. I've got like the tiger paw prints going, and then this is right into one of the enclosures for the tigers. That kind of stuff, that's Disney level detail, and I love to see it. Especially at a non-profit, like come on. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw it at the San Diego Zoo. It is the 8th wonder of the world. It's the real reason you come here. It's not for the lions, the rhinos, the elephants, or the tigers. It's the backside of water, yes. O2H, O2H, O2H. And the nice thing is, there's like no line for the backside of water, which is surprising to me because this is their greatest attraction. I don't understand it. Ah, there it is. There it goes. It's the backside of water. Heading on down the trail, we're heading up onto Condor Ridge. And the condors, they're so interesting. And again, I'm referring a lot back to it. I will link it in the cards and underneath with the San Diego Zoo. Hopefully we'll be able to see condors a little bit closer. They're really, really cool. Well, it might not be a condor on Condor Ridge, but let's start off over here with a symbol of America, the bald eagle. Now, the bald eagle has always been, to me, one of the coolest animals. There's something about him. Looks really good. I hope I can pick it up on the camera there for you. On the ground over here, like in its own little nest. So cool. They're just, I love it. Like that guy said, America's national bird. Totally right. Ben Franklin wanted it to be a turkey. a turkey. Think of how Thanksgiving would be. We would all be eating bald eagles. Here's one over here kind of posing a bit more. So cool. Oh. And now for people who don't know, bald eagles are raptors or birds of prey. So you can usually tell with birds like this if they've got the kind of the curved beak for ripping. Man. Oh yes, hello. I don't know what your name is, but you're incredible and I love you. And again, my instinct is to hug you, which is strange, but you're just so cool. Amazing. Just amazing, amazing creatures. And right next door are the toucans. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you might be thinking, we're talking like Fruit Loop birds. I just moved in, they say. I'm still getting used to my new home, so I need a little privacy. But yeah, look at these guys. Such a very cool bird. Look at the profile on these guys. You can see them anywhere and you'd know exactly what they were. Ugh. Just like over at the San Diego Zoo, it'll tell you if they're stable, threatened, or endangered. Thankfully, the Toco toucan and the bald eagle are both stable. But I always gotta be watching out because you never know when that could change. You know, like we're talking about the giraffes are like 40%. I still can't believe that. That is crazy. But as you can see, ocellated turkeys are right next door. Look at these guys. Ocellated turkeys. Good thing they aren't, you know, like Thanksgiving turkeys. Yeah, different sort. They kind of look like emu. Oh, I wonder if they have emu here. Maybe not, but emu are really cool too. We're still heading up to the condors, but if you look out over here, you can see the rest of the park. We were down in the savannah there for our tour, over 1,500 acres. Oh my goodness. And also you can see the switchbacks we used to get to Condor Ridge, because if you go all the way down there, that's where we saw the tigers. This is amazing. I can totally see, again, the influence that this probably helped play in making Animal Kingdom a realization. It's incredible. And here we finally are up to the condors. Now, as we talked about in the San Diego Zoo video, they are scavengers. They are a type of vulture. So that's why if you look at them, you might just be like, oh, that's a vulture. Yeah, you're not wrong. Isn't that cool though? But apparently this is a big place for breeding here because apparently they're down to 22 of them in the wild and now they're up to over 500, which is great. We're working on trying to get those numbers back up, but yeah, they're really cool. Huge wingspan, like 10 feet. Oh, they're so neat. A couple more of the condors right here, and you can see they have them tagged with numbers and stuff for identifiers, but also look at this. When I pull back a little bit more, what we see here is this is a massive enclosure. It's so big. And again, you looked out over here on the savannah, and I was talking to my buddy, and she said that, you know what they used to have? This is where the tigers used to be down here, but you couldn't really get close. But now you can get really close to the tigers, as we just saw. But yeah, what a beautiful view they have. Ugh. This is a desert bighorn sheep, which is right next door to the condors, and it makes sense that they would have their enclosures right next to one another. But yeah, these guys have such great core strength. That's what I'm telling people anyway. But the coordination to move up and down these rocks, it's very impressive. Like, how many times would you twist an ankle trying to get through all that? And they're just like, that's not a problem. I can do it. But yeah, you might not recognize it here with this one so much, even though it's coming down to say hello. But this is kind of the more typical look, kind of the curved horns. You guys know. You know what we're talking about here. Yeah, pretty cute though. Now we're heading into the Walkabout Australia section. Look at that. G'day indeed. So cool. Look at this. How beautiful is this? And because we've had so much rain here, it's even more colorful, probably blooming in a bigger way. Much more green on the mountains too, I've been told. It's stunning. Look at all the cacti. That's great. Don't get your eye too close to cacti, right? Don't do that.
These guys are solitaire and
Cassowary.
That's why they are not together. They will kill each other.
Oh.
If you went in there, they would kill you.
Yeah.
The deadliest bird in the world.
Whoa. Deadliest bird in the world. That's
they
crazy.
They have a razor-sharp talon on both feet. They're just solitary territorial.
Interesting. Now he's not going to get as big as his female counterpart next door, but still. So we might not see an ostrich or an emu here today, but that's what I'm talking about. Still so cool. Look at that thing. You can see how they're related to dinosaurs, you know? Like, look at that thing. just
So he knows when it's safe to go.
so cool. So we were just up at the top there looking at the Cassowary, but now we're coming all the way down here to see something very, very special. I am not even going to tell you what it is, but I'm very excited. This is one of the strangest creatures ever. And I might make reference to them on the channel from time to time. There's even a little bit of a line here to go in and see them. This is going to be really cool. We are building up the anticipation here. We're going into this really well themed little enclosure and we're going to walk past the creature in question. Oh my gosh! This habitat's so cool, and because the creature in question is nocturnal, you can't take flash photography here. So we're gonna try to be very respectful of it. You can see water, rocks. What do we think it is? Don't look at that sign over there. Ah, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see if he comes back through. I hope he does. He just moved through there. Oh, sneaking through. Oh my gosh. I really hope we can get him here. He just went through. He's coming back. Come on. Come on, I'm holding up the line. Come on in, everybody. Sure. It's like, oh there he goes. There he goes. It's a platypus. There he is. Oh my gosh. He's doing barrel rolls. He's so fast. So cute. So yes, a platypus. One of the most unique creatures in nature that I know of. It's mammalian, but it's also kind of a bird. They say like, what is it? A duck, an otter, a beaver? Oh my gosh. It's a monotreme. That's what it is. I was trying to figure out what the name was. Monotreme, an egg-laying mammal. And so it doesn't have teeth. It uses these kind of, it says furrowed pads of tough keratin, so the bill, in its mouth to chew food. That's crazy. And it's native to Australia. But yeah, so the line over here, I'm gonna try to show off a little bit more of this enclosure. Look at this, look at the waterfall. So cool, that's the front side of water. Has this huge area in which he wants to hang out in, but everybody is kind of seeing him tucked right in the middle. It's an elusive sight. I hope it came through on the camera. You could see it. Maybe I'll slow it down a little bit for you guys so you can see them even a bit more. They only have 2 here, and they're very rare to have at a zoo. What a treat, what a treat. Just coming down the trail from where we saw our platypus friend. And over here, some more theming. I love it. It's so cool. Ruse rule, which we also learned, so get this, when they're babies, and we're probably gonna see them soon, they're called joeys, all right? And then was it long in foot is the second, like, evolution of them, I should say, or the second part of their, as they grow, and then they become kangaroos. So yeah, so there's kind of like multiple stages of adolescence, as it were. Fascinating. Here we go, some kangaroos for you. And this area is so interesting. You can like, the kangaroos come literally almost walk up to you and not even just behind a fence. I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, a couple of kangaroos and a didgeridoos, you know. I'm sorry to my Australians who are watching. I love you Australians so much. Some more kangaroos over here, but if we move very slowly, so we're kind of laying down there. And then also this guy right over here. Not exactly sure yet, but this might be the joey we were hearing about. Adorable. So cute. Ugh. Yeah, and it seems a little bit bigger, so maybe in that kind of more adolescent phase. Who knows? Here you go. 1, 2, 3 right in a row. Now I might be wrong about that. That one might not be the joey, but we were hearing something about the joey being quite large actually. So who knows? And these are marsupials, so they have these little pouches that are very kind of sticky. As you can see when they're moving around, they kind of, when they're not moving very fast or far, they use all 4 legs to do that, to kind of pull themselves forward. Isn't that fascinating? And they use their tails, it seems like for balance. It's really cool. So this whole area is kind of open, and as you can see, you're supposed to stay within the bounds here, but look, I mean, like, there's no fence, there's nothing. Like, these animals could come up to you. It's amazing the amount of restraint and understanding. It's so great. I love it. It feels like you're just walking around a park, and there are some birds and some kangaroos in there too. Here you guys can learn a little bit about the difference between kangaroos and wallabies. I think we were looking at kangaroos. I want to say we're looking at kangaroos, but now I question it. I question it. Also, if you want to see about marsupials, what makes the marsupials, there you go. Learn a little bit more there. Ugh, they're so cute. Yeah, apparently the kangaroo that we're looking for, who has the joey, is backstage right now, so I guess that wasn't the one. Ah, my gosh. And who knows, I'm pretty sure those are kangaroos. I want to say they're kangaroos. I'm gonna double check. Quick correction, it's Joey, then young at foot, then kangaroo. I hope I said that correctly earlier, and if not, I'm putting it in now. More nature for you. Right on the top there, male hummingbird. And I don't want to scare him away, but like, I just had to show him off, because look at him. He's got a little orange throat. He's so cool, and apparently he might be coming over to these coneflowers over here. So he's like, I'm just eyeballing that, so you back off there, pal. I'm back away slowly. Have a nice day, sir. Now we're back kind of closer to the beginning of where the park starts. This is the Nairobi station. All right, let's go see what they have over here. In this unassuming building right past the Nairobi station, we're gonna go in and see some friends of mine that like to hang upside down. Oh yes. Here we go, here's some bats for you. So cool. We were just looking at one that was flying through and it grabbed one of the ropes and flipped upside down immediately. It's really cool. Bats are fascinating creatures, completely misunderstood, kind of like snakes, I think.
These guys are known as Rodriguez flying foxes.
The flying foxes, yes.
Rodriguez is where they come from. It's a tiny island off of Madagascar. So that's why it's so hot and humid in here. They like it hot.
It's great.
And we have 13 males in here at this right now. My guess is we don't have any females because they are doing population control. But when the babies are born, mom will do a bat hug like this, and she carries the baby. The baby probably latches onto her fur, I'm gonna guess. And she will keep it under her wing for quite a while. These guys, especially these two right here, they've been having arguments this morning over spots to hang. And so they will occasionally bicker with each other and kind of bat
Get 'em.
with each other.
Bat their wings, good pun. Great pun.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
We're full of them around.
Hey, that's okay. People say guano, I say guan, yes.
Yes, I like that one. I'll have to use that one.
It's all for you. Cool.
I think they're also found in Australia and Southeast Asia. There he goes.
So cool.
Okay, see, he's climbing the ladder a little bit there, the branch.
Cool.
I like my dog if I could.
Oh, so cool. Just like, I know I'm showing these off a lot, but just look at these guys. Aren't they amazing? They're herbivores too, if I didn't mention that earlier. These are fruit bats. Or flying foxes, I should say. Yeah. Sorry, Rodriguez fruit bat. There we go. Not flying fox. Rodriguez fruit bat. There we go. I did it. First try. We're now stopping over at the Oasis Deli. Here's what they have at the time of this recording. Probably just gonna get a little sandwich, a little pop, just a little chill out before we go and look at some more creatures. Oh yes. So we're sitting down waiting to get our food, but look at this. My cup. It's made of aluminum, or for the Brits out there, aluminium, I think is what it is. This is cool, and you can actually take this home with you. I don't know why I'm freaking out about this, but it's Coca-Cola, no ice, so. I love it. It's fantastic. Also, we picked up some fudge here. We have the strawberries and cream, cookies and cream, and chocolate and peanut butter. See, like, they all sound good to me, but like, these two in particular. And also, people might know this about me, I like to make different types of fudge at the holiday season, and I make a pretty good cookies and cream, I think. However, we're gonna see. Apparently these are all homemade or in-house, which inspires confidence, and it doesn't like show, but these things are huge. They're like little bricks of fudge. My friend who's here, who's also acting as producer today, tells me that the pieces of fudge I will be trying out are too tiny. I was trying to show restraint, and they're flying off into the sunset now because of the wind. That's okay. No, this is happening live. I mean live at the time. We're gonna start with the cookies and cream because I want to know. It's pretty good. Again, these might not be fair shakes, but this is before the food actually came out. So, trying the strawberries and cream now too. Oh, delicious. Strawberry and cream was really good. All right. See, I can taste it still. It's tiny. I'm showing restraint. The peanut butter and chocolate. That's the winner. It's like a Reese's peanut butter cup. I'm gonna skip the beef sandwich. I'm just gonna get one of those. By the way, here's the fruit medley they have, and this is like all fresh cut fruit, it looks like, and this is crazy. There's pineapple, cantaloupe, honeydew, orange, watermelon. This is really nice. It's like you got you healthy, and you got you kind of healthy, but mostly healthy. If you eat them at the same time, it's a complete wash. I think that's how that works. That's science. I know these things. Here it is, my beef sandwich. The what'd they say? Something pit beef sandwich. I don't know, and it comes with a little bag of chips. And I've heard this is pretty good. They were talking it up in there, so it's exciting. And here it is, size comparison. Again, this is my face, this is my head. You can't see these things, but the wind is taking. My producers help me. Here we go. Excellent. Super good, smoky, tender, delicious. And here's a bisection of the club sandwich. I'm not eating this, but look how pretty this is. Love the presentation. And you can tell that they just made it because it's like, it's tall. It's very tall. I love it. Now we're down by where the lions would normally be. However, they're not out today. That's okay. Just go check out the San Diego Zoo video. You guys see some lions up close. But look at this enclosure. Now this is one of the things I absolutely love about this place compared to the zoo. They might have some repeats of animals, but the animals themselves are different. The enclosures are different. It's a whole different vibe and feel. And look at this. Just like look at how much space we need between where we are and where they are. Because if there was any less, they'd be up here, and we don't want to have that happen. Kept following that trail all the way down, and look, we've got warthogs down here. They're so cute. Finally, I was like looking for them yesterday at the San Diego Zoo, but here they were the whole time, just waiting for me. Now they're just hanging out, relaxing. Kind of hard to tell, but in the center of your screen, we're looking at the Marabou Stork. It's the tallest of all storks. He's just hanging out here. He's just chilling, and he's got one heck of a view. Look at this. There's so much space out here. It's beautiful. It's just so lovely. And there's actually one hanging out right down here. We'll zoom in. He's just chilling. He's laying down in the middle of the day. Yeah. He's like, yes, I'm a stork. Relaxing. Next up, and here's a cheetah. Look at that. Yeah. One of the keepers waving at it. It's like, okay, I'm going back to this. Fastest land animal, like we talked about in the San Diego Zoo video. Apparently they actually do a little cheetah run that you can come and pay to see, but it's only on the weekends. Again, top speed 70 miles per hour, they say. It's amazing. Beautiful, beautiful creature. Just came over here and did some marking. Again, such a fast creature. So cool. But also, something I thought that was interesting I want to share with you guys. If you look over here, I don't know if they always have it here, but it says domestic dog. And when they have orphaned cheetah cubs, what they'll do is they'll sometimes bring in a dog to come be a companion. And then they're friends forever, which is super cool. So occasionally you might see a dog playing out here with them. I'll actually probably find videos of it online too. I would love to see a dog play with a cat. And again, if dogs and cats can get along, everybody can get along. That's my philosophy anyway. Also, I want to mention this while we are on our own kind of private tour today, as it were. They do offer one that is included with admission. You can hop on. We saw it for an hour wait today. A little bit more similar to what you would see. It's like a hybrid from what you have at Kilimanjaro Safaris and Universal Studios Tram Tour. But you get to go throughout the park. You're just not going to be as close as we got earlier today. But still, that is an option if you want to come down here. Come all the way down here to the Africa Loop and you'll find the tram. Remember the tram I was talking about before? Here it is. It's down here by the Africa Loop, and you can actually pay to get something to go to like the front of the line, or kind of think of the express or whatnot. There it is. I don't know if it's 60 minutes, but still a little bit of a wait. So just keep that in mind when you're down here. Again, this is completely included within the package. So if you're coming down here and you're not doing one of those kind of more private tours, definitely hop on this. Also on days when it's not super windy, and usually you can do this in the morning when it's less windy, you can go up in this balloon 100 feet or so. You can see the whole place. How cool is that? That's pretty neat. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Now we're heading into the butterfly jungle, which you have to get a ticket for because it was getting so crazy. People wanted to see them all the time. It's a little bit of a line. Look at this. So neat. We're now in, and you can actually come over here and pick up one of these little fake floweries. And then hopefully a butterfly will land on my fake little flower with the nectar. Barely inside, we're running kind of...
Right here.
Oh, look at this.
You guys like to hang out upside down. I'm not
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you know what?
To hide under leaves like that.
Yeah.
They do have that kind of, on the outside they're this kind of palish green blue, on the inside
Sure.
it's the brighter green. These two are the same kind.
Oh, they're so cool. Do you have a favorite among these three?
No, I don't necessarily have a favorite.
Fair enough.
The blue morphos are just beautiful. That's what these guys are.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Oh, wow.
Yep, that.
There he goes. I was talking to Reed. He said there are 20 to 30 different species in here. None of them are native to San Diego. So they come in the chrysalis stage, and then they go to the lab, and then they come over here. This is one of those blue morphos, and oh my gosh, look at this. We got one right here. Oh my goodness. I don't know what kind this is, but my camera can't even, oh, there we go. Just beautiful. Wow. See, this is, I'm thinking it's a monarch. Beautiful. I wanted to say that right away, but every time I say one of them, I'm like, oh, is that right? So cool. Producer coming in the clutch here. Oh, thank you. You're beautiful, darling. Oh my gosh. Yep. I can't believe it's not butterfly. I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. So cool. Yeah, this whole place, there's so much to see as far as butterflies, and I don't think we're gonna see all of them here, but these are all the ones you could potentially see here. And again, thanks to my friend for showing that off. That was so cool. Oh, look at that. And just so beautiful. Look at the coloration, the design. Again, insects. I think, I don't know, I can't decide between insects, fish, and birds, which have the coolest colors. Just so striking. So neat. Look at this one over here. So pretty. Oh my gosh. I love the red and black. Oh, it's so neat. Yes. I'm just trying to like gingerly move around it. I'm trying not to get too much up in its face, but it's so neat. I keep saying that word neat, but I mean it. Well, I didn't catch myself a butterfly, but thankfully my friend and producer here today did, so that was cool. Butterflies are interesting. You know what's funny to me? That they are insects, and because they're so pretty, and they're not gonna harm us really in any way, we like them. But if they were flying towards us and they weren't so pretty, I don't know, my instinct is to like run away. Yes, be very careful if you come to a place like this, because sometimes they're not up in the trees and the leaves, but they actually be down on the ground too. So just mind where you're walking. So we just left over where the butterflies are, and they have to check you before you go into the next portion, which has more birds. There's some birds in the last place too, but this is just the next section. It's very humid in here, very tropical. But yeah, it's great. And there's kind of like a time limit. Probably like 20 minutes or so in there with all the butterflies, and then they move on to the next one. So you have a little bit of time, grab your nectar, hope for the best. But hey, even if you don't catch a butterfly, that's okay. Look at this butterfly. It's huge, and it's static. Isn't that nice? And there's birds in here, like I said. Look at this guy. How cool are you? Just, again, talking about insects having great colors. Look at the coloration on this one. So many different colors. Oh, he's leaving. All right. Bye. Here's some of the birds you can see in here. That one we were just looking at is the green-naped pheasant pigeon. Say that 5 times fast. I don't know if I could. Let's try it. Green-naped pheasant pigeon, green-naped pheasant pigeon, green-naped pheasant pigeon, green-naped pheasant pigeon, green-naped pheasant pigeon. Yes! I got it! Oh, it's so cool though. Look at all these cool birds. I like the speckled mouse bird. Reminds me of that one from San Diego Zoo. Had that cool feather, like a mohawk. That feather hawk. Oh, is that a joke? I don't know. Here's another cool bird right here. Look at this guy. Looks more like a fisher or something with that longer beak. So neat. There's another one just chilling out. Just relaxing. Yeah, hanging out in the aviary. So we just saw a sun bittern there, but now we're gonna look at this Andean cock of the rock. What a cool name. There he is back there. Look at the orange coloration. Oh my gosh, looks like I'm looking at a Jurassic Park. There he is. Hi, friend. You're so cool. Oh my gosh. Man. It's like he ate too many Cheetos or something. So neat. Diane helped us figure this out. So the bittern is right here, but this is a blue-billed duck right there. He's all sleepy. You can't see the blue bill, but trust us, it's got one. So here's the female cock of the rock. Not as colorful. The males are the really colorful ones in the birdie kingdom, as it were. It seems to be in a lot of species that's the case. Yeah, she's just chilling over here. That other guy is chilling out in the bush. He's hanging out, hiding away. Looks like our friend, or one just like him, came out finally. Look at this guy. So cool. There you go. You can get kind of a better understanding of what they look like, even though my camera's like having a hard time. It was like, oh, I can't keep up. He's so beautiful. Yeah, he's tucked away in there. Look at him, he's like, I'm hiding. To finish off our tour here today, you can see some gorillas. Or, as my friend Tarzan likes to call them, gorillas. Little Tarzan joke for me. We've decided this guy over here is the big boss, off to the right. There's one, I believe, off in the cave there, too. Powerful, cool creatures. They really are. It's kind of hard to tell, but right here, this guy, he's kind of on the edge of like a mini gorge because it looks like we're close. But in actuality, when we back it up a bit, you can see there's quite a bit of distance between us. Which makes sense because these guys could easily get up here if they had the means. Yeah, they are so cool though, aren't they? This guy's practicing the ball here. He's ready to join the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ball handling skills. He is traveling though, technically. These jokes playing, I have no idea. Wow. So cool. Oh, now he looks fabulous.
Funny, right?
Fabulous. Yes. That was great.
Oh, he has a small ball too, guys.
Very good.
He's wearing a wig.
Is that like a boa or something?
On for 10 minutes. Oh, I'm tired of having brown hair, being a brunette.
Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye.
Must be one of the juvenile silverbacks. I can't tell though. If I figure it out, I will let you know. Update, this is Leslie. She's 6 years young. And she's going to join the Lynx, which is great because they're a fantastic team. But the big guy in the back, the one we were looking at earlier, him right over there, that's Winston. And Winston is 51 years young. Can you believe that? Born in 1972. Look at that picture. What a cool profile picture. He's like, what's up? Everybody, that's going to do it for me here today at the Safari Park in San Diego. Well, technically Escondido. So cool. Thank you so much to my friends for bringing me out here. This is so amazing. This is a great compliment to the San Diego Zoo. I recommend you do both, all right? And I was talking about this earlier today. Look at this. My Animal Kingdom Kilimanjaro Safari shirt. That, I'm sure, was inspired by a lot that is here. So if you're familiar with Animal Kingdom, even if you're not, I can show you some of the videos on the channel. But this is a great place. Again, a great compliment to what San Diego Zoo has on offer. Either way, thank you so much for being here, everybody, today. I appreciate it so darn much. And a huge thank you to all the patrons. Thank you, patrons, for making this possible, too. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you. Until next time, I also have a little bit of merchandise I can show off later. But just remember to adapt and overcome. Bye-bye. Your patience has been rewarded with a bonus bid of flamingos. That's right, you thought we were done, but we weren't. Look at these guys. Also, for people who don't know, they get their coloration from shrimp. The keratin in shrimp, if I'm not mistaken. Look at these guys. So good. So good. I have to make this joke. I'm so sorry. I do a really good impression of a flamingo. My family asked me to stop, so I had to put my foot down. Either way, thank you guys. Bye-bye.